Alright, I guess we're going to do one more video here because I haven't finished my coffee yet. And my Ryze mushroom coffee I've been drinking, I do believe it's been working not as fast as I'd like it to work. Part of it, though, is, got Minnesota winter here and I've not been able to get outside much. I think, because it's supposed to help lower your cortisol so you start burning off, melting, or shedding visceral fat. I do believe it's been happening because instead of my stomach being round, it's getting kind of concave on the sides of my stomach like an hourglass. I don't have an hourglass figure, however. And then you watch me on a regular basis know I've already used that one. But I do believe it's doing something. So when the weather gets nicer here, I'm planning to do some more walking and stuff and getting in shape again better. And shedding some more weight or fat or whatever. And if I can get rid of some fat, I know it's going to take a while for my skin to retract. No, that's not an overnight process, and I'm not one to go have surgery and have them cut a bunch of skin off me. Ooh, hear that horn honk? Somebody hit their brakes quick, and somebody else almost hit the back end of that person who hit their brakes quick. Yep. Ooh, hey, there's a pink. Is that a Cadillac? It is a pink Cadillac. Look at that. An older pink Cadillac with a louder muffler. But at least he can say he drives a pink Cadillac. Was a guy in a baseball cap. And it had a crunch quarter panel, and I'm not sure. I mean, for the most part, the body was in pretty good shape, but had a crunch quarter panel like he had an accident not too long ago. And he might even had like a little bungee strap thing, ratchet strap thingy holding the hood down. And I'll bet you before that accident he was happier driving his pink Cadillac. I hope he's still happy now, dang it. We can't let the material things in life bring us down. And that's easy to fall into that stuff, We get used to conveniences and forget about living life, being thankful or happy for having all the important things, that are beyond the convenience. Maybe that's part of the lesson. I'm supposed to speak out right now for all I've been going through, because I have learned a lot. When I was making pretty good money, it was nice to have that extra money and be able to spend and do stuff and that, but me not having no money and surviving the Minnesota winter for 10 months in this camper and having to learn not to be so prideful and accept help, it's really been an eye-opener in different ways. So even though it sucks, it is, like my mom would say, it is a blessing in disguise. I've learned so much. It's brought me back to kind of like when I was a kid, the things that I knew were important when I was a kid, which was more about your soul and who you are, being a good person, a good soul, a good being. And it's really brought me to that, when I was making money, there's good people around me and stuff too, but I got to see a lot of phoniness and stuff, and everybody putting on their own show, kind of, and not being their true happy self, And I'm blessed that I got to affect this foundry full of people at the foundry and make such an impact on their lives in a positive way. And I just got so flattered, like a few weeks back, one of the girls, I got some selfies with people from the foundry, because I like making people happy and laugh and being goofy and silly, and because it was such a hard, hostile environment, It was like, I can't say exactly hell, but it was like hell because of the bubbling metal and the chemicals and the hot environment and everything. And so it was nice to start working there with a bunch of people that were feeling miserable working in that environment, and to turn it around where I had people laughing and smiling and making the best out of their day. Even though we'd have our frustrating moments too, I still got everybody laughing and dancing and staying happy for the most part every day for at least a year and a half. Because the first year I was there, it took a little while to transition it, to get people get myself to rub off on people and get to know me and kind of start enjoying my goofiness and silliness, and then also get to know the seriousness in me too of being good people and stuff. So it was cool. Well, the flattering thing was a few weeks back. One of these young ladies, they're both beautiful young ladies. I had so much fun joking with them, dancing around with them, and I'm really glad I got to meet them and stuff and make an impact with them, a positive impact. But they sent me, I got a selfie picture with each of them on each side of me and stuff by one of the molds while we're pouring aluminum and stuff, and I had 2 shots like that, and they're really cool pictures, freezing a moment in time. And I'll have to show it in one of my videos. I'll end up putting together I showed it the other day, kind of scrolled through. That video hasn't been up yet either, but in the favorite section, I've got all these selfie shots of people that God has sent me to, or sent them to me, or me to them, or sent us together for a reason. And a bunch of good pictures and good selfies and stuff. Well, the girls, they sent me a text the other day of that selfie with me and the 2 girls at the foundry, and showing me that what they did is they took that picture, went and had it printed into a big photo, and they have it hanging up at the foundry in their workstation. And that was really flattering, that they got a picture of me hanging up there, holding my memory there and stuff. And I think my guess is when I read people, I got pretty good investigative skills. I don't know what time we got. Oh yeah, I got time to tell the story. Okay, so my friend Mandy, I took her down to visit her dad in Iowa. We've been down there a few times, but one time when we were down there, I was talking to him about how I affected this foundry and how, everybody's miserable there, and how I changed it, and how I've danced with people, and I've got them laughing and stuff. And he asked me if that's Cliff calling. Sorry, Cliff, I'm making a video. I'll have to call you back, Cliff. He asked me that if I decided to leave the foundry, if I thought those people would still continue to be as happy and dancing and having fun as I'd created it to be. Because I told them how everybody was just miserable when they're there, like, oh, I work at a foundry, because it's a really, really hard job. And I said, I don't know. I hope so. Because I know I've affected their lives in a positive way. And I hope that I've rubbed off on them enough to where they can keep each other going and kind of learn. I hope they learn enough from me to be there for each other, to cheer each other up, and to help keep each other happy and dancing and stuff. Well, them ladies sending me that picture, thinking of investigative skills or reading people and stuff like that. That doesn't mean I'm right, and I don't mean to label people either, or nothing like that. I'm just talking my own philosophy and opinion and stuff. But just by them sending me that picture, showing me that they took that picture of me and the girls, we all got our big smiles and stuff going. It was a lot of fun. And to think that they made that into a photograph and hung it up at their workstation tells me that, thinking back to what my friend Mandy's dad was saying to me about it, is that me not being there no more really changed the feelings of everything. And I could feel that coming. I'd let a bunch of them know that I was probably going to be leaving for too long, because I told them, I said, God told me I've done pretty much pretty much what I can do here, or what I'm supposed to do here. Not what I can, but what I'm supposed to do. And I told him that God wants me to move on, go somewhere else, because I've done what I'm supposed to do here. And a lot of them bummed out, really bad. I could see it, their heart hurting. And I said, well, don't get bummed out. You know, you're always going to be my friend. I'm always going to care about you. I said, I'm not leaving anytime soon. I'll be here at least a few more months or maybe a year or something. I said, but I don't think it's going to be a year. I don't think it'll be that long. And, because I could feel it all coming. Well, then I kept arguing with God, putting it off. Because I'm thinking I got to save more money in case I don't find work. You know, and I don't know I don't understand how it all works, but I kept arguing with God. I kept staying there longer, and I knew God wanted me to leave and come up here. And God kept telling me, no, it's time for you to go. It's time for you to go. It's time for you to go. And so I was having a battle with trying to stay there, make more money to try to save more money, because I kept putting money into the camper, trying to put money into it. And I was trying to build a big enough cushion so if I got enough done, I could get everything fixed on the camper. Because like I said, I put in over $5,000 into all the drivetrain stuff on this and everything, drivetrain and shocks and all that kind of stuff, brakes, all that stuff. I was hoping to be able to take care of that and also have a cushion. Didn't work out that way because I kept trying, and then God kept saying, "No, you got to go." So I went forcibly, and now I don't have money, but at least I got the camper fixed up. So fixed up the camper so if I had a breakdown, so I wouldn't have a breakdown and not be able to afford it. But I ended up having that too. Fuel pump went out, and I had no money and had to get help. You know. But God's doing it all for a reason. So because I feel that and know that, I've been a little more okay with it. But I'm getting off subject again. But the girl sending me that picture of me and them hanging up at the foundry tells me that things did change after I went there. And what I'm guessing is that things started feeling down, and people started getting more somber. And because a lot of people fed off of my energy, you know, and I'm glad I was able to do that because I kept everybody there laughing and happy and joking and dancing and that daily me coming in there making everybody smile and laugh and feel good ain't there no more, you know. So I'm guessing that's part of why they hung the picture up. Things started changing, and people are feeling it, and the girls are trying to do their best in their own way to help bring that back a little bit, you know. So by hanging up that picture of us, then people can see it, and they might get a memory because they see that memory, and then they might think of me or smile or whatever, you know. So I think that's kind of where it's stemming from. So they might have learned, as my friend Mandy's dad was asking me if I thought they were gonna be okay once I was gone, if that would be the same. I said probably wouldn't be the same, of course, because I wouldn't be there, but I said I hope they've learned enough to kind of keep it going and continue and help each other like that. I hope I've taught them enough, and or rubbed off on them enough, or became enough of an influence. So that discussion me and my friend's dad had is now taking effect with me not being there, and then the girl sending me that photograph shows me that there is a lasting presence there. That's a good thing. That helped in some way or another helped impact a lot of lives at this foundry. We had about maybe, I don't know, I'm going to guess we had 300 to 700 employees there or something like that. I don't know. It's a big foundry. I don't know. So I was just got babbling on about stuff. Once again, thanks for watching. I hope you get something out of my videos, and skim through them, check them out. If you don't get something out of one, you might get something out of another. I know everybody's got busy lives and don't have time because I put out a lot of videos now. But hopefully people are getting to know me that are watching, and I think the more you get to know me, the more you'll get out of it, you know. But once again, thanks for watching. God bless you, and we'll see you on the next one.